Hey guys, this is Irie StarCraft, and I'm going to be casting another 2v2 match for you. This game will be on Arid Wastes, and the teams will be Cheese, the red Protoss, and his partner will be ProTech. He will be on Zerg this game, the blue Zerg, and his opponents will be CasterXPn, the teal Zerg, and his teammate will be iUiU, the purple Terran. And so I'm looking forward to this match. We have seen ProTech and Cheese so many times, and they are clearly an extremely good team. I know they are at least top 15 right now in 2v2 arranged teams in North America. ProTech obviously a member of many of those top teams, the highest of which is him and Illmatic, I think currently ranked number 2 behind Arid and Closing Time on the North American server. So as this game gets underway here, I just wanted to go back to something. I was watching a cast from a few times ago, and sometimes when I'm doing these casts, I'll start to go off on these little tangents, maybe talking a little bit more StarCraft theory and some broader strategies, and then what will happen is some cool engagement or something crazy will happen in the game, and I'll totally forget what I was talking about. And so some of this stuff, one of the things that I was talking about in that game before was about getting detection and or anti-air in your main base. And I've been having a lot of trouble with that lately. It seems like whenever I decide not to go for that, or not to get a cannon or two down in the back of my base, or a spore crawler, or a couple of missile turrets, whenever I decide not to do that, it feels like it always comes back to bite me, and I end up with a cloaked banshee killing everything, or a dark templar or something in my base just driving me completely insane. And so I think in general it's a good idea to get that, but it depends on the game a little bit. I mean, first of all, it depends a lot on your scouting. If you know exactly what your opponents are doing and they're not going for Dark Templars, they're not going for air units, there's going to be a lot of early ground pressure, then you don't need to worry about it if you know that. But if you're in a team game where you either don't have a lot of scouting information and the game starts to get into the 6 and 7 minute mark and you still have not scouted your opponent, that is when it's generally a good time to start thinking about getting those missile turrets or a cannon, at least one, a cannon, a missile turret, or a spore crawler up in your base, because you never know. And in these team games, so often one of the two players will opt to provide pressure, and one player will tech up to something really annoying like Banshees or Dark Templars. So it's always a good idea to do that. Anyway, that will be enough about that tangent. Maybe it'll come up later in another cast. Because right now, Castera is pressuring the front of ProTech's base, so a little bit of a role reversal for him. I'm used to ProTech being the one pressuring the other base. He's going to try and push out here a little bit with the Zerglings, just going to get one hit off and then run away with his Zerglings back to the safety of this creep, and his queen going to sort of play cat and mouse here with Castera. So while all that is going on, iUiU does have a small ball of Marines of his own. He does have a third barracks coming out, so we're going to see some more Marines, and there is a one refinery and a fourth barracks going down, so probably going to be seeing some marauders as well from him. We will see. But it looks like Cheese, meanwhile, is throwing down 3 additional gateways. His warp gate is on the way. His blink research is also beginning here. So those blink stock, there will be a lot of blink stalkers on the map for Cheese in the near future. So gotta be careful. iUiU and Castera may need to try and make something happen now. But ProTech does have 3 Banelings on the map, and these 3 Banelings could totally decimate Castera's army if they can get in close enough. Castera wisely takes off 4 of his Zerglings to try and kill those Banelings. And that one Baneling did kill 4 Zerglings, but the other Zerglings left over from him were able to blow up those other 2 Banelings. So need to make a press right now. iUiU killing one of ProTech's overlords. ProTech now is supply locked at 26/26. So he can't make any additional units until an Overlord comes out. He's in a lot of trouble. He's warping in more Banelings, morphing them in, Castera is going to be pressuring the mineral line. ProTech trying desperately to defend this. He's going to use his Zerglings to protect this queen in the back. But iUiU has 6 Marines right in the middle of ProTech's base. And oh, those Banelings did take out almost all those Marines, but still there are more Marines coming in. There are more Zerglings coming in for Castera, keeping the pressure on ProTech's base, desperately running his drones around, trying to keep them away from the Marines and pick off as many of the Zerglings as he can. He needs help from Cheese, is on the way with some Blink Stalkers, so this is very intense right now, very close. A lot of ProTech's drones, though. All of the drones go down, and he's forced to make a ton of Zerglings, so ProTech is in a lot of trouble right now. He has 4 out of 26. All of that food is invested in these Zerglings. He has no economy left. Cheese has come to the rescue finally with this massive Stalkers, but is it too little, too late? Because ProTech has no economy. He's trying desperately to pump out more drones right now. He does have these 8 Zerglings or so that he's going to try and pressure the opponent, but look at Castera is going to be sneaking some Zerglings around the back, though there is an overload here from ProTech to keep an eye on that rubble. Are they going to do anything about it or try and press and make something happen right now, knowing that ProTech is so far behind in economy? These Zerglings getting a little ahead of themselves. They need the support of these Stalkers because there's a lot of Marines right here. And she is trying to get a proxy pylon down here to reinforce this battle quickly. The blink is done as you see him blinking back these Stalkers that have lost their shields. Now picking off Marines and pressing further and further into iUiU's base. That now iUiU is the one in trouble. Castera sending out a bunch of lings. Is he going to go try and finish ProTech off and leave iUiU to try and defend this by himself? It's going to be close. He has a lot of SCVs coming up right now to provide cover for these Marines and Marauders in the back. But look at the micro from Cheese, keeping the Stalkers out of range of the Marauders and the Marines, doing as much damage as he can. Meanwhile, the Zerglings for Castera have completed wiping out ProTech's hatchery, so they're in a lot of trouble. Cheese has to win this battle for them to have a chance, but he is going to be forced to blink out of there. There are a lot of Marauders now for iUiU. No slow is finished, though, as you can tell. He is trying to get that out just now. Actually, already with the stim finish, chasing down some of these Stalkers, but he is going to be outnumbered because Cheese is continuing to warp in reinforcements here. So it has become a 2-on-1, though the pressure is on iUiU right now to keep his base alive as long as he possibly can, while Castera tries to deal some damage to Cheese. In the meantime, these Marines fighting almost to a stalemate. The Stalkers will get the better of that battle. Probably should think about going after some SCVs right now while they still can, but the Marauders are out and they're slowly whittling away at this group of Stalkers. And Cheese, though, opting not to reinforce that battle. It seemed like he had the upper hand there. If he had warped in one more set of Stalkers, that would have been it. But the reason he didn't is because the whole time Castera had gotten into his mineral line. I apologize for that. He did not break the back. He just came right in through the front. And once all those probes were taken out by his Zerglings, Cheese could not reinforce this battle anymore. So nicely done there by iUiU to stay in the game. And wow, not what any of you expected, did you? I got all of you guys because this game was sent to me by Articuno PKM, who his former name was iUiU. So thank you, Articuno, for sending me this game. And ProTech, you can't win them all. Well played, though, by both teams. This is Irie StarCraft. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my channel, if you like my vids, give me a thumbs up and give me a subscribe. And tell all your StarCraft buddies about this team game. Awesome, super awesome channel. And tell them to check it out so that they can be entertained and improve their game. Thanks for watching. This is Irie StarCraft, and peace out.